Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. At long last, I have Bring Back My Bar warm reviews. I have now warmed all 25 of them and the 3 Valentines collection bars. And so I'm going to do just warm reviews and kind of let you know how they did in my home, where I warmed them. And there were quite a few opinion changes after warming. So I did do cold sniffs a while back, maybe last week or two. My opinions have changed substantially on quite a few of them. So stay tuned. I probably will split this into 2 videos because otherwise it's going to be like insanely long. So I'll probably split it into 2 and upload one part today and one part tomorrow. And that way you can, space out your viewing and all of that. So in this video, I'll do half of the Bring Back My Bars. And the next one, I'll do the remaining ones as well as the Valentine's ones. And we'll go in no particular order. So I'm just going to kind of grab what I have close to me here. This is Cucumber Lime. This is the last one that I warmed. I actually did 1 cube of this in each of my bathrooms the other day. And this one, I didn't mind on cold. It's kind of fresh and cucumbery, like very cucumbery. It was kind of just okay for me for scent appeal on cold. On warm, I changed my mind. I do not like this one. And I guess caveat here before we get started, I don't like all of them. And that doesn't mean you won't like them. That doesn't mean they're bad bars. It just means some of them I don't like, some of them I love, and scent opinions vary. Performance varies too, depending on your house, your climate, all that sort of thing. This one I will say though, performed fantastic. If you want a very, very, very fresh, ripe cucumber smell, this is it. I was hoping I would get more lime out of this. I don't get really any lime. I think what I'm getting is a little bit of a sharpness that is probably the lime. But to me, it just makes the cucumber smell extra ripe, which I don't love. So I will say the 1 cube of this in each of my bathrooms took over the entire house for a few hours. It was a 1-day scent in the bathrooms, but it was very, very strong out the gate. So if you want a very room-filling scent, I think this would be very open layout worthy if you wanted to use it that way. So there is that one. As for me, not a repurchase. Then I did Cranberry Muffin. I did a whole bar of this in my open layout. This one is like a perfumey style cranberry and a very cakey, sweet muffin type note. So it's like bakery perfumey. The one interesting thing with this particular bar is the clamshell is very thin, like less than paper thin. Like you can almost stick your finger through it. So that's unusual, but that has nothing to do with the scent. This one did okay. In the open layout, it was about a medium strength, not for terribly long. I would say less than 8 hours. Like it was a shorter duration bar, but very pleasant while it lasted, and a medium strength. So not bad, just not very long lasting. Overall, not a club bar for me, but I will probably get a couple more of this. I did enjoy it quite a bit. So this one I would recommend trying if you like bakery, or if you're not even always a bakery fan, but you like kind of a perfumed cranberry note. This was really nice, and it didn't scream like holidays. Sometimes cranberry can be very like winter or holiday specific. This one I didn't think it was. I think this would be kind of a nice all year round bakery scent. So I will probably get a couple more of these ones. I enjoyed that. Crumb Top. This one, it's one of my favorites. It was one of my favorites on cold, and it remained one on warm. This one has like almost cinnamon sugar note to it. Like a very delicious bakery cinnamon sugar note. It's got some butter and flour, and it kind of smells like cinnamon sugar donuts. Like I just really like this one. It did very well in my home. It was a nice like 1-day, medium strength, good one for the open layout. This would mix fantastically. This one went straight into my club. It will probably be there for the long haul. I also have Oats and Honey in my club, which is kind of along a similar vein. I think they are different enough to justify both. So, and I do warm a lot of bakery, or at least I like to. So I can justify having both in my club. But yes, I really did enjoy Crumb Top. I think if you like bakery, it's a must try. Next up, we have Spiced Berries. Again, I did the full bar in my open layout. And this one was nice and long lasting. I would say it could have gone 2 days. I left it going for 36 hours. It could have gone probably 48. This one is controversial in my home. I really liked it. I really liked the warmth that the frankincense and myrrh brought into the fragrance. It's a nice, deep, rich, saturated dark berry scent with kind of the warmth of like ginger and myrrh. It's not spicy, but it does have kind of warm, inviting spices without being hot spicy. it's very aromatic. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of blackberry spice, which I really like. A little bit of joy and wonder with that kind of incensey tone a little bit. I really liked it. My husband hated this, and he rarely hates things for wax. But he walked in and was like, what is that smell? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, is it the wax? And he's like, I don't know what it is, but like, oh my gosh, that is foul. So I was like, well, it's berries. And he's like, berries from what? The back end of a bear? And I was like, okay, so we're not gonna warm spiced berries again, apparently. I really like this. I was gonna stock up on this, maybe get 3 or 4 bars. Because he so strongly dislikes it, I'll be kind and just get maybe 1 more bar and then warm it when he's not home one day. But if you like deep dark berry scents, I would recommend this. But apparently to some noses, and I think when I think about it, the scents that he doesn't like are like vanilla blackberry, huckleberry clementine. And so any of those notes, if you don't tend to like blackberry or huckleberry or those kinds of deep berry notes, you might not like spiced berries, just like my husband. But I tend to love those kind of scents, and I really like it. This is beautiful. Like, honestly, this is beautiful. But I will have to be satisfied with blackberry spice because he doesn't hate that one. And so yeah, spiced berries, I would recommend. My husband would disagree. Performance-wise, did quite nicely in my home. Nice medium strength, and it went for a nice length of time as well. I thought that was great. Then we have Coconut Palm, and this one is like coconut and like earthy patchouli. This one I was kind of okay on cold. On warm, I really liked this. This is a very like earthy coconut, a very true, real, authentic coconut. I like this. And on warm, this was gorgeous. So this was kind of a warm, not really toasty. This was a warm, just summery coconut without being fresh, without any added like ocean notes or without any added anything, just coconut. And so this one did very well as well. I did this in my bedroom, 2 cubes. It was about a medium strength, and it was a good 2 days, like a solid 2 days. I really enjoyed it. It was very pleasant, kind of smelled like beachy and tropical vacation-y, without being overly fruity or cloying or anything like that. This one's just coconut. I think it would be fun to mix with. I think if you wanted to make this and mix this with like fruity scents and make kind of more tropical fruit scents, you could. I think if you wanted to do this with like lavender and vanilla and add some coconut, this would be nice. I can think of a lot of things I'd want to mix with this. So it performed really well. I enjoyed it. Is it going in my club? No, only because I don't think I would warm enough of it to justify keeping it in my club, but I am going to stock up on it. Well, maybe I'll club this for the time being. I want to try this in the open layout. Like I said, I did it in a bedroom. If this does well in my open layout, I might club it or keep it in my club. But if it's only going to be a bedroom bar, I'm not going to club it. So what I'll do for now is club it, and then I'm going to try it in my open layout, full bar, and we'll see how it does. If it doesn't do well enough in my open layout, I'll probably just get another couple bars and then kick it out. But if it does well in my open layout, and I can warm this anywhere in my house, I'll probably keep it in my club. I really like this. Coconut Palm. It's one that I've heard a lot of people not really enjoy all that much. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, that one was a winner for me. Unexpectedly so. Vanilla Cream. This one is the French vanilla with a touch of coconut milk. This one is very close to Simply Vanilla. If they're not the same scent. Like, I'm not convinced they aren't the same scent. And somebody had suggested that maybe they were, and that this was just renamed for the Simply line to Simply Vanilla. I think they might be right about that. I think these might be the same scent. This one I get a little bit more coconut from, but that could very well be because this is a brand new pour. Vanilla tends to come out with time, so my bars of Simply Vanilla that have been sitting a while do smell a bit more vanilla-y, but I think they're the same scent. I really like it. I have Simply Vanilla in my club, love it. I really liked this too. I did this by itself, and it did very nicely. It went a couple days. Did the same performance-wise that Simply Vanilla does. Simply Vanilla tends to be one that lasts for a really long time at a lighter intensity. That's how this was as well. Kind of a light medium scent, but for a very long time. I also did this mixed with French lavender, and it was beautiful. It was lovely, loved it. Yeah, I would get more of this, but I probably won't, only because I do have Simply Vanilla in my club, and I have quite a few bars of that. So I won't get more vanilla cream. I think if anything, I slightly prefer the more vanilla tone of Simply Vanilla. But again, that's probably due to age of my bars. I think if you don't have Simply Vanilla in your club, put this in your club instead. It'll probably be the same in a year as Simply Vanilla. I really like this. I highly recommend it if you don't already have Simply Vanilla. It does very well. It's really pretty on its own or as a mixer. Very company friendly. I think if you had people coming over, this would be a fantastic one to put in your warmers. Next we have Perk Me Up. I did the full bar in the open layout. This one is a like coffee scent. Just coffee and a little bit of hazelnut. And on cold, I'd said it wasn't really what I'd hoped for. It's just kind of a very basic, mediocre coffee scent. And on warm, I didn't love this either. I think it was even better on cold than it was on warm. On warm, it was just medium strength at best in the open layout. And that was strange because coffee scents tend to be very strong. They tend to like really do well. This one was just like medium at peak, which would make it better for mixing. It would be an easy one to mix with because it doesn't overtake things. So you could do some nice mixes with that. That being said, it didn't last very long either for me. It was like a 12-hour or less type scent. And I just didn't like it that much. Like there was something kind of, I don't know, like sharp or something about it. Like there was just something about this coffee note that I didn't like as much as other coffee scents. I prefer vendor coffee scents. I prefer Coffee Tree to this one. I prefer Mocha Doodle to this one. Hazelnut Latte I don't really count as a coffee scent because there's so little coffee in it, but I prefer that one to this. Like this one is a coffee scent, but it's just not a very, there are better coffee scents in my opinion. And the performance on this just wasn't ideal. It was, yeah, I don't know. I may or may not get one more bar of this, but it definitely isn't going into my club. It was okay. If you don't have any other coffee scents, it might be worth trying. But I think there are better ones out there. Fried ice cream. This one intrigued me because I haven't had fried ice cream. It sounds interesting. And I was hoping this would be like melty ice cream and like cinnamon sugar. And on cold, it's just like cinnamon, like dry cinnamon bark. In the warmers, this was nice. It did get a little bit creamier maybe on warm. But again, it was mostly that kind of dry cinnamon note. It didn't really get super foody, which was what I was kind of hoping it would do. But yeah, it was okay. I'll enjoy the rest of this bar. I might pick up one more bar, but I think I'm good with this one. It was just kind of, it wasn't as bakery as I was hoping for. It's just kind of cinnamon. And cinnamon is lovely. I like cinnamon, but I have lots of scents that are cinnamon. Welcome Home is a good cinnamon. Cinnamon Vanilla is a good one. And this one reminds me a lot of Cinnamon Vanilla. So I wouldn't club this one. I can just get Cinnamon Vanilla in the catalog. So this one was okay. Not a bad one to try. Performance was average. It was about a medium strength for about a day, day and a half in my office. It was about average performance, and it was okay. Overall, it was like a okay, solid, fine one. Sticky Cinnamon Bun. Did a whole bar in the open layout. This one again was very similar to fried ice cream on cold. Again, I got a very dry, barky cinnamon note. This one is more barky. Less vanilla, more just dry cinnamon bark. And it didn't change on warm. So I got dry cinnamon. I did not get sticky and I did not get bun. I got cinnamon. So I was really hoping this would get gooey and bakery and sweet on warm. It did none of that. It was just dry, barky cinnamon. And I think Cinnamon Vanilla is better. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bakery is my thing. With a name like Sticky Cinnamon Bun, I want bakery. This was just spice. It wasn't unpleasant, it was just fine, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be, so I would not repurchase Sticky Cinnamon Bun. Performance-wise, it did all right. It was about a medium strength and about 24 hours, so about average performance. Nothing bad, there's nothing wrong with this bar. It just wasn't bakery, which is what I was hoping it would be based on the name. Then Pima Cotton. I did get brave and warm this one. I wasn't going to. This one is a very kind of heady white floral clean laundry scent. And this type of scent tends to give me headaches. But I did do 1 cube in a bathroom, the guest bathroom. And you know, like this was pretty. I think if you like Clothesline or Windowsill Breeze or Clean Breeze even, I think you would like this. I think if you like Magnolia Linen, you'd probably enjoy this. If you liked Happy New Home from the Moment by Moment collection, you would probably like this. This is along those lines. It's one of those very floral, kind of very fresh, clean laundry scents, very strong. Like I said, I did 1 cube in the bathroom, and it did get very strong. Like I had to shut the bathroom door because it was like wafting all over the place. But it was pleasant enough. It did about 24 hours, which was shorter than I thought it would do. But it was pleasant, and it did kind of brighten up on warm. It wasn't quite as heady on warm as it is on cold. It was more palatable. So I'm not going to repurchase more of this. This just isn't a type of scent for me. But I think, I mean, I'll warm through it. It's going to take me a long time because it's going to be bathrooms only. But if you like those clean laundry scents that I listed before, I think you should try this one. I think you would enjoy it. But yeah, for me, not so much. But that's just because of my headache issues and all of that sort of thing. But other than that, if you like those clean laundry scents, I think you should try it. Yeah, it got kind of brighter and breezier on warm. Less of that intense kind of headache floral and more just breezy, bright, sunshiny clothes. It was nice. It was pleasant enough. Then I did Woodland Suede, full bar in the open layout. This was lovely. I loved this on cold too, and it was so unexpected. I did not expect to like this one. It's beautiful. This was a sort of musky, vanilla-y, like cedary wood without being super woodsy. Like it's a very vanilla-based woodsy scent. Very pretty, very soft, very cashmere-y, cozy. Yeah, I liked this. This one did very well. But a medium strength, maybe medium plus to start, then off to medium in the open layout. 24 hours. Could have maybe gone 30, but it was more like 24, which was fine with me. That's about average. I really liked this. I've actually clubbed this one. This one is quite unique. There's nothing else that I've smelled that smells like this. I think if you like cashmere and corduroy, it doesn't smell like cashmere and corduroy at all, but it is sort of that same kind of cuddly feel. Maybe a little bit more masculine or unisex. Cashmere and corduroy is a bit feminine. This one is more unisex, maybe a little bit masculine, but there's nothing cologne-y about this. Like there's nothing cologne-like here at all. I like this. Yeah, very unique, very nice. I've clubbed this for the time being. Melon and Apple Granita. This one I really liked on cold. It is a kind of like apple melon, very, very strong fruity scent. Did 2 cubes in my daughter's bedroom. And yeah, this one is good. This one is very strong, fun, fruity scent. And it went for days. Like I want to say 3 days. I don't think it would go that long in an open space, but in her bedroom it did like 3 days. So the first day was strong, fruity. What you smell in here is what you get. After that, I actually thought I was melting a different bar. Like it changed a lot after that first day. It became more like a kind of sharp, almost cucumbery scent. That melon almost went cucumbery a little bit, like very cucumber melonish. Yeah, that apple kind of went away. The sweetness of that crisp apple went away, and it was more like cucumber melon and a little bit sharp. It was very pleasant still though, very summery, very nice, very fresh. At the very least, I'm going to stock up on this. I don't know that I need it in my club. I don't know that I need 3 bars a year, but I am going to stock up on probably 4 or 5 bars of this. I really enjoy it. And I think you could very easily do this in your open layout. I think this would be fantastic in an open layout for summer. It was very fun in the bedroom too. I may even club this, we'll see. We'll see. But at the very least, this will be a stock up. Then we have Peppermint Rush. I had warmed 1 cube of this in the bedroom a while back. And this one is mint and like fresh air. People get toothpaste from this. I almost never get toothpaste from minty notes. People often smell toothpaste where I don't. I get a little bit of toothpaste from this, I will say. I really like it. I really like minty scents, and I do like this as well. On warm though, it was a little bit, I don't know. I prefer Perfect Peppermint. It was very strong. It did have some more of that fresh air note. I don't know. I just prefer a just cleaner mint, just plain mint. So for me, Perfect Peppermint is my favorite mint. And this was just, if you want something that's a bit more dressed up, has more going on, this one does. It was a little bit toothpastier to me. I don't find Perfect Peppermint to be toothpastey at all. This one's a little toothpastey, and it does have a fresh air note that I think a lot of people would enjoy. But I prefer it without that. So, I mean, Peppermint Rush, I think I'm good with the bar I have. I don't know. I may or may not purchase 1 more bar. depending. But I don't feel like I need more of this particularly. It was nice, but I don't need more. Then we have Flirtatious. This one is kind of the like fruity girly scent of the bunch. This is like teenage girl body spray. It is a kind of fruity floral, perfumey type scent. A little bit melony, maybe a little bit of that. I didn't love this. It was kind of just there. I did 2 cubes of this in the office. It was fine. It was about 24 to 48 hours. I can't remember exactly how long. I don't go in that room very much. But it was more than 24 hours, less than 48, somewhere in there. So about average length and like light medium to medium in intensity. So around average performance overall. Scent appeal for me is just kind of, it's okay. It's not one I would pick up again or would have picked out anyways. I'll probably try to melt through this next month for Valentine's month and then just be done with it. It's not one that I will repurchase. Who do I think would like this? If you like perfumey type scents, if you like cucumber, I think. I get cucumber from this, like I just do. I think if you like cucumber, you might like that. If you like sort of like body spray type scents, you might enjoy this. It's just not for me. It's fine, it's just not for me. And here we have one that I thought I was gonna love. This is Mediterranean Spa, and on cold it smells almost the same as Shoreline Drive, which is, and this one has like, yeah, it's like sea salty air, a little bit of sea minerals, maybe a little bit of lemon. Yeah, lemon. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Overall, it's clean, fresh, aquatic, with like a hint of lemon. On warm, it was that the first day. It was very nice, very much what you expect it to be. Very similar to Shoreline Drive, quite strong, very good. And this was 1 cube in a bathroom, by the way. It went for like 3 days total. Could have gone longer. Day 2 and 3 were very much cologne, like just straight cologne, like nothing else, just cologne. And when I say cologne, I mean like any of the football scents they came out with, or the soccer scents. There was like a whole bunch of cologne type ones that they came out with. It smelled like any of those, just kind of like a men's cologne sort of generic scent. So the first day of this was fine, good performer. And like the longevity in this was great. Like if you like masculine scents and you like men's cologne scents, you should try this because it went for ages. Like it was a very good performer. I don't like men's cologne scents generally. So this was a no for me. I prefer Shoreline Drive, which has the same scent to this, but doesn't go cologne-y afterwards, and it does go for quite a long time as well. So for me, I prefer what we have in the catalog in the spring summer, which is Shoreline Drive. That was a new scent last summer. I expect it'll be back this year as well because it was brand new last year. So we should see it back in the spring here. Mediterranean Spa was a no thank you for me, but I do know that quite a few people are really liking this. And so, I mean, good, great. And if you like this one, I think you should also try Shoreline Drive from the catalog in the spring when it comes out, because I think you'll enjoy that too. So that is Mediterranean Spa. Performance, really, really good. Like very, very solid performance from this, just not for me scent-wise. And then we have 10 more Bring Back My bars to talk about, as well as the 3 Valentine's Day bars. So I'm going to sign off here, start filming again in a minute, but I'll wrap up this video and just say thank you for watching. I would love to know any of the scents I talked about right now. Are any of those your favorites? Any of those that didn't work for you? I would love to hear below. It's good to get more than one opinion. So leave your opinions below so other people can read them as well. And we can just kind of share ideas that way. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.